Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition is a historical real-time strategy game. This game came out way back in '99 and is a sequel to Age of Empires 1. With the expansion in 2000, The Conquerors. They've added more content with the HD version that was in 2013 in the form of civilizations, tweaking the AI, and now even further with Definitive Edition, more civilizations and even more tweaking with the AI. It's available on Game Pass through PC only. Like with the first Age of Empires, the sequel has campaigns across the now 35 civilizations, and even if you're not playing one of them, you are at least encountering them. This is across 4 continents: Asia, Europe, Africa, and the Western Hemisphere with the Aztecs and the Incas. This is over triple the content, though, from the original base Age of Kings and Conquerors expansion. And like with those games, it is beautifully presented. You can see in the background, like with this illustration showing you page by page where we're at here in the Portuguese campaign. I'm starting in Spain, North Africa, all the way over to India. And there's nice touches like with the Portuguese coins, and then if it's farther away, there's another page showing you like the next region of the world, then like the background too with the candle. Also, like the first one, a guy is talking and saying what's going on, but it's from more of a personal perspective. You have a guy for each campaign. It's much more impassioned what he's talking about, and then even just having the images changing and with the background, with the text kind of coming out, it immerses you a lot more historically in what's going on rather than it being like a boring history lecture type of a thing. Unlike the first game, the acting extends also into the missions themselves. In between gameplay segments, there will be some dialogue, and this can be with multiple people too. Gameplay-wise, it functions in a way that it's about teaching you the gameplay mechanics, like destroying a wonder, building a certain type of unit, or attacking a building, taking out like an important character, and then it moves on to like the next objective. The newer missions, though, make better use of like a higher pop cap and then the gameplay AI. Like with the opening, after you complete a mission, there is an exit type of explanation for commentary, kind of like with the other game too, up until the end, that you're treated with a longer one if you complete the campaign. You're looking at least 5 missions or more with each campaign. Other than that, there is now a Sun Yat-sen type of mission mode that is teaching you how to play the game, like things like booming your economy or rushing that are relevant with other real-time strategy games. Gameplay-wise, there's just a plethora of settings now that carry over to whether you choose to just play against or with AI, or with other people, or in any combination. All 35 civilizations are present here, but the biggest difference is the AI. Like that you can tweak if you want CD, HD version, or DE, and then they're smarter depending on which of them you pick. And this makes a huge difference. I played hundreds, maybe even 1,000+ hours the original Age of Empires 2, and I have a much harder time even against just one AI. They no longer just run in up to your castle and just get killed. They'll hang back, let the siege equipment work. So this makes it harder for you. And they're rushing you earlier in defending yourself against them. So it's kind of gone into the modern age. This is kind of like with games like Warcraft 3 on, where the AI has been smarter. Here you can see, again, they're all clustered together. And this works in reverse as well, like when they're outnumbered, or if they're going to lose, then they retreat and go back to a base to defend themselves better. The population cap, though, makes a big difference in the game in terms of how many villagers you build and the scale of the battles. You're dealing with taking out much larger bases now if you choose to bump it all the way up to 500. And the AI too, not only with attacking but also with building and how they structure their base. You'll see like 8, 10 barracks that they're mass producing some units, and then they defensively move back. Like if you have a much larger army, or they don't have the right units to counter, and the rock paper scissors that this game is known for, they'll try and rebuild or hang back somewhere else. So this is much more engaging AI, whereas they were pretty dumb before, that they would just lose all their units by trickling them against you. I have a mid-range gaming laptop, HP Omen 15, but what will happen is when you're trying to play online, it will kind of collaborate to see how well your PC runs, and it'll, this is for ranked matches to make sure that you're matched up properly and that your connection isn't too weak, so you'll randomly drop out of a game. And mine works pretty well. I'm above the score, but The big issue with this game that you'll run into, it's only on PC, and with that comes some of the issues that you've probably seen on forums, and that is playing online. Now, the first Age of Empires I had no issue with. I can play, there's not that many games, but at least they do show up. You can spectate games, I have been able to, but nothing appears when I go to the offline lobby, and if I try to go ranked, I waited over 10 minutes and wasn't matched up to a game. And I have looked online, and this is an actual issue. So if you're looking to play this online, that's the main pull. You may want to wait a few months or just be content with playing the single player or just against AI opponents for now. If you're new to Age of Empires 2, whether you have or have not played other real-time strategy games, then this one is a rent-through Game Pass first, because it is very micromanagement heavy. You're managing like your buildings, the upgrades, the walls, and just several units, especially if you bump up the population cap. And it's not like with modern games. And this is why, like the other review I mentioned, Age of Empires 3, because that switched more over to military and less on economy. Like you didn't have to build off drop-off points. It had like these RPG kind of mechanics. If you are a fan of the series, though, from the original, then yeah, it's improved upon every way. The biggest being the AI, and you can specify the type that you want to play against. Also, too, there's all the content. I mean, there's over triple for single player. The only negative across for both these groups is the multiplayer. If you're looking at it for that, then I would wait to make sure they have everything patched out before jumping into that. If you like this video, give a like, subscribe if you really liked it, check out the links below, let me know your experience with multiplayer, and I'll see you next time.